So, as a German, I think I live in a pretty beautiful country, okay? If you're able to ignore some stuff. But behind all of the lederhosen and sauerkraut, there's bad parts. And today, we're gonna speak about the probably worst part of the entire country. Deep in the heart of Berlin, there is the Conti, short for Cottbusser Tor. And for context, this is probably the area in Germany that has single-handedly spiked Berlin's crime rate up by like several percentile. And to kind of paint the picture here, imagine City 17 from Half-Life, but all of the Combine is constantly tweaking. This place has their own characters. Okay, for one, there's a guy who calls himself the sheriff, who's straight out of Borderlands.
Can you stop throwing that? No, stop it. Stop it. No.
And apparently he just belongs to the drug cartel of the city. And he apparently just runs around arresting people, I guess. I guess what a sheriff does. Or this nice looking lady who's called Beauty, who runs around painting things, I guess. And to just illustrate my point further, let's just take a quick look at the Google reviews for this place. Ignore the heartless and spiteful reviews made about this humble cathedral of the soul. A great place to trade frogs and other familiars. 5 stars. Very cool always going on there, but unfortunately disrespectful. Pigeons. It used to be better with the pigeons. Otherwise, very nice people who want to give you a free vaccination. In addition, there's always a lot of flour in the corners. Highly recommended. The people here are very caring. You're constantly being asked if you need anything. And Yusuf says that he got his vaccination right at the train station. I don't know where my doctor looked for a vein with the syringe. Still 5 stars. Who doesn't love the latent smell of urine and cigarettes? I sometimes still have a melancholy memory of my first unplugged cell phone here. There's also an entertainment offer. Between Sunday 8 PM and Monday 7 AM, you can watch junkies banging around over crack stones. A truly magical place. So as you can tell, this should be a #1 travel destination if you ever go here. And you know, I spoke to some people there, and it's actually a recommendation to bring as many as your personal belongings and valuables as you can. So, but jokes aside, it's pretty clear that this is not a good place. But guess what? There is some drama revolving the Conti. There's currently 2 factions beefing because recently Berlin's government opened a police station because it is literally the area with the highest crime out of the city with the highest crime in Germany. So I can't really get mad at them for that. A lot of people have been protesting even since the opening of the police station. It's a pretty big deal because they want to use video surveillance and everything. But looking at these protesters, it's very clear that these aren't actually the people that live there. It's just a bunch of random like hipsters or just university students just hanging around. Excuse me, but I don't think it's like an outrageous idea to try to get a few policemen into an area that's quite literally a public GTA lobby. And the way this place originated is pretty simple. It was already a very poor area like 200 years ago, and it's just gotten worse since when you had like every drug known to humankind out of the mix. And if you were to go take a journey here, you know, there's a bunch of cool things you can do, free time activities. For example, there's watching junkies kill each other over crack and money. Of course, you can always interact with the locals, you know, catch up on your vaccination boosters. And I guess, you know, it's not all bad. I guess the cost of living is probably pretty low. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was like the president of Germany, I'd probably just nuke it. Like, I don't understand why all these like university students feel like the strong need to retain like a place that literally only creates bad things. Because people just go here to deal drugs and to buy drugs. So there's not really a point in keeping this up. It feels like the only people like truly upset about this are the ones who want to buy drugs. But it's like part of this weird obsession that some people have to like retain things that are bad for society. But looking at this place, it's pretty obvious. Like it's a good thing that there's a higher police force deployed at this area. Like, I don't know, I can't believe what it must be like to feel like a New Yorker who like regularly sees people being like 360 no scope for a parking ticket. Or just take a look at this thing. It feels like in a way people like see themselves in there like in a quirky movie or something, and they just kind of force like a bunch of poor drug addicts to be part of that. So this clearly isn't good for anyone. You know, this probably wouldn't be a #1 goal on a vacation to Berlin, despite how much newspapers want you to go here.